Hi, welcome to DCA. So this session is exclusive for upcoming Combined Defense Services exam, that is CDS 2 2020. Right, so we were in the NDA mode for the last 10-15 days because NDA is the foremost exam which is in front of us. So as a mentor, as a coaching institute, as an educator, the primary, the focus was on National Defense Academy exam, whose notification is yet to be released. Right, notification not, I am talking about the exam date which has been delayed due to COVID-19 issue. Now, so those students who are in the maybe final semester of the exam, चाहे आप इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हो, चाहे आप BSc कर रहे हो या BA कर रहे हो, मतलब any kind of graduation you are pursuing and aspiring for the upcoming defense entry exam for the IMA, OTA or for the Naval Academy, right? So you might be planning to appear for the CDS exam. So today we'll be discussing the first step, right? So whenever you look upon the previous year paper as a reference, जब भी आप previous year paper खोलते हो, right? कि हाँ भाई कैसा paper आता है? I'm assuming that those students, especially to cater those students who are attempting the paper first time or may have flunked in their first attempt due to some mistakes, due to the lack of practice or some other reasons, right? So I'm on the basis of that assumption, I'm trying to keep the session quite fundamental, ekdam basic se, right? So it will be interesting for you and you can find it out whether it was your mistake or you could learn from this session, right? That's up to you. So first step, whenever you look upon the previous year paper, you find out that okay, English, GS and mathematics. I'm not going into the details कि कितने paper होते हैं, ये सब आपको पता है, right? Then you look upon the English section, you find it okay, it's a general communication English which you do in day-to-day life and you can, evolve your score or you can increase your score by practice, right? There are some, of course, grammatical rules which you need to learn. But apart from that, when you open up the general studies paper, that is GAT paper, you find it's a vast coverage, right? And sometimes you find it okay, it will be very difficult. And if you look upon the previous year cutoff, and especially the CDS 1 2019, you find that the cutoff for the GS was 10 only, right? So that was the least cutoff till date because the paper was tough. That I'm talking about GS section. And after that you plan it out, okay, so what should I cover so that I can easily score? Now you finally finalize that, okay, I need to cross the GS cutoff even if I am good in English or mathematics, right? Assuming you are aspiring for IMA, or those who are aspiring for OTA may be planning okay, kisi tarah, however we are going to score at least 25 plus or 30 plus in GS. I am talking about average students, right? But nowadays when you look upon the CDS 1 2020 paper and the result, the written exam result whose actual cutoff has not been declared, but as this CDS student as well as the faculty and coaching fraternity has been discussing, the cutoff is of course more than 94 or 95. This is what going around in the social media or discussion forum, right, which you are pretty aware of. That means you try to make it sure that okay, the plan should be I have to get 70 plus in English or 65 plus at the minimum. But you always plan, you should plan, I think you must plan that the GS score should be 35 or 40 plus. So let us keep the discussion focused to the first, that is the very first step, that is GS paper, which is mandatory for even if you are preparing for IMA, OTA or INE. आपको वो देना mandatory है. So the first step you plan is कि अपने को किसी तरह 40 से ज़्यादा लाना है. That is 40 plus in GS, right? So assuming 35 is also good, 32 is also good. I am not saying it's bad, but when you try for 40, you are going to be around 32 or 33 because UPSC is unpredictable service commission. You all know that. So what I mean to say, in order to get 40 plus, right? So when we talk about our target, the target is 40 plus in GS. According to me, what should be the first step you should do at your home right now? And we have around 4 to 5 months at least because the notification has not come yet, right? Because due to, nobody knows where the exam is going to be, but I'm sure that exam will be on time. Assuming that, the first step for the time being, जो एक महीने अभी आपके पास है, college और school सब बंद है, right? Maybe some of you who are working, कुछ शायद वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहे होंगे या प्रिपरेशन घर पे कर रहे होंगे, चाहे आप जो भी मोड पे कर रहे हो. दिस इज द बेस्ट टाइम you can invest in your knowledge for which the reward is going to come in the upcoming 6, 7 or 8 months, right? आप अभी मेहनत कर लें. And I say that, I would say that first step you need to do is science, coverage of general science for CDS. Now, you would ask me why science, right? Because the importance of science can be understood by the number of questions. First, it is quite scoring. Syllabus is concise, specified, completely specified. And last but not the least, you can easily pick up on the books you need to cover in order to cover this syllabus. NCERT PDF is available free of cost on the internet as well. NCERT की वेबसाइट पे है. आप चाहे तो हार्ड कॉपी खरीद ले, कोई महंगी भी नहीं होती NCERT. So books are available, that is 9th and 10th. So these are the two books which I would like to say कि आप एक महीने में आराम से, बहुत ही आराम से खत्म कर सकते हैं. So ये दो आपको करना है. Now what is the weightage of science? Approximately 20 to 25 minimum questions are asked. Indirectly it's 25 plus, but एक दो क्वेश्चन क्या है ना, वो जनरल साइंस एनवायरनमेंट वगैरह में कॉमन हो जाते हैं. So leaving doubts, I can say that minimum 25 question you are going to get. Now, sir, can you tell me what is the exact number of question from the ditto NCERT lines? कितने क्वेश्चन डिट्टो एनसीईआरटी के टेक्स्ट या एक्सरसाइज से मैच करते हैं? Yes, of course I can tell you. Minimum 11 to 12 question you can find out in any of the paper, straightforward from the text of the book. Tests look easy, but there is a lot between the line, right? So what exactly you need to cover apart from the basic text? There are some boxes. So what you need to cover is boxes. Left side में ना box करके काफी कुछ notes में लिखा होता है. Boxes, and there are some in boxes जिसको हम कहते हैं in text exercise of NCERT. In text exercise. You need to do that. You need to do that. आपको ईमानदारी से करना है. Because if you want to get a very good score, the progress should be stepwise. एक दिन, दो दिन वंडर वाले में बहुत लंबा नहीं चलोगे. Right? At the end you will maybe if you are going to cross cutoff, boundary line पे रह गए. Right? It's good that you are crossing. Let's suppose 97. That is good. But let's suppose of the candidate who has got 93 and is left out by 1 marks. उसको लगता होगा शायद एक और क्वेश्चन कर लेते या दो और कर लेते. Right? So अपने को वैसे इशू में रखना ही नहीं है. Always try to get 105 plus in GS plus English. You will be on the safe side for at least upcoming 2 years. अगले 4 CDS के लिए 105 से ज्यादा कट ऑफ जाना मुश्किल है, राइट? अब बाद में कंपटीशन कैसे बढ़ेगा, nobody knows. कौन सा पेपर किस में मर्ज होगा, nobody knows. So we are not talking about after 2 years. Right now, for the next 1 year, what is going to be the scenario and how you can avail the benefit of that, right? In text. And last, exercise. At the end of the chapter, there are some questions which are maybe one-liner, two-liner or subjective, but do read that question, including the name of scientist. I repeat, read everything, including name of scientist, because sometimes this scientist name has also been asked. Believe me, you can check these things from the previous year question papers as well. Now, जब आप बुक खोलें तो what you should do? Use a highlighter. ऐसा क्या ना लेटे लेटे पढ़ने से जल्दी भूल जाओगे. हाइलाइटर यूज करें या फिर इफ यू प्रेफर अ पेंसिल, दैट इज अप टू यू, पर्सनल चॉइस. नेक्स्ट, नाउ लेट्स सपोज यू आर रीडिंग सम चैप्टर केमिकल इक्वेशंस एंड यू फाउंड सम टर्म्स लाइक लेट्स सपोज corrosion, and you find under the topic corrosion, chapter 1 of class 10th NCERT, you find galvanization, you find anodizing, you find electroplating, which element is used in electroplating. And if you find okay there is something which you don't know, like the next topic, that is rancidity, which causes rancidity, what are the effects of rancidity, how can you prevent rancidity, right? So अगर आपको लगता है कोई चीज आप नहीं जानते, उसको आप जरूर नोट करें. पेन जितना चलाओगे उतने मार्क्स आएंगे. योर मार्क्स इन एग्जाम इज एग्जैक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द अमाउंट ऑफ पेन और पेंसिल यू इन्वेस्ट ऑन योर कॉपी. ओके, लास्ट सर, क्वेश्चन कब करना चाहिए? जब आप चैप्टर 2 बार यू रीड डाउन द टेक्स्ट, देन ऑल द एक्सरसाइजेस प्रेजेंट इन द एनसीईआरटी, उसके बाद आप प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन को चैप्टर वाइज या जैसे भी आप उस चैप्टर का क्वेश्चन आप ट्राई करें, सो दैट यू कैन गेन द कॉन्फिडेंस. अच्छा लगेगा आपको, राइट? बट सर सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी से काम चलेगा? मैं कहता हूं यस, चलेगा, बिल्कुल चलेगा. जो नई वाली एनसीईआरटी से दे आर गुड इनफ. बट इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर कि नहीं मैं कुछ और करना चाहता हूं, इसके लिए आप आईसीएससी की किताब पढ़ सकते हैं. आईसीएससी की किताब 9th की और अच्छी है, बट यूपीएससी एक्चुअली टेक्स एनसीईआरटी इज द रेफरेंस. एंड आई ऑल्सो से दैट 11 to 12 स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम द एनसीईआरटी. सो व्हाई टू लीव दैट? इफ यू आर एश्योर्ड दैट कि मिनिमम इतने आएंगे, तो कुछ और मुंह मारने की जरूरत क्या है? Now, those who are looking, now this is for an average guy, maybe not so good in science, but you need to do these things. अगर आप साइंस में बहुत अच्छे, maybe you're from a good elite engineering college, तो आपको शायद टेक्स्ट पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, आप बॉक्स पढ़ ले, राइट, एंड प्रैक्टिस कर ले थोड़े प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस. देखो एक एवरेज स्टूडेंट भी 12 से 13 क्वेश्चन आराम से कर जाता है, बट आपको अगर मैक्सिमाइज करना है स्कोर, देन यू नीड टू एटलीस्ट डू 21 आउट ऑफ 25 करेक्ट. ये साइंस वो सेक्शन है जो आपको डूबने से बचाएगा. रिवॉर्डिंग है, इनपुट इज टू आउटपुट इज टू, रेशियो इज टू हाई. आप अगर उसके एनसीईआरटी 9-10 की अगर पूरी बुक्स ले लो साइंस की, तो अराउंड करीब करीब 220 पेज के आसपास है. 220 पेज पढ़ के अगर आपको 25 क्वेश्चन मिल जाता है, दैट इज द बेस्ट रिजल्ट विच यू कैन गेट, राइट. और किसी में ऐसा नहीं होगा. हिस्ट्री की आप 200 किताब पढ़ोगे, शायद आप 5 क्वेश्चन कर पाओ या 4 ही कर पाओ. स्पेक्ट्रम इतनी मोटी पढ़नी पड़ती है. सो फॉर द सेफ साइड, द फर्स्ट थिंग, दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इन द नेक्स्ट 1 मंथ. आप पहले ये करें, ऑफ कोर्स इसके पैरेलल में भी कुछ करेंगे. सो दिस सेशन वी केप्ट आउट कि व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप so that we can target 40 plus in GS, and I discussed in detail science, which science book, why that science books, and which type of question you need to do, what should be your approach, right? Still you feel that there should be some question, queries, or if you want to ask something regarding this, definitely you can WhatsApp at our official number 7710548960. We are here to help you. And for those, the last message to those who feel that in 1 month you can do everything, it's not nowadays. It's not working, right? For serious exam or any kind of UPSC exam nowadays, for an average guy you need at least 3 months to excel. I'm not talking about those guys who are getting 21 in GS and 70 in English or 75 English, right? You might be very good in English, but in order to be proficient in GS, you need to work out, you need to revise, you need to practice, the quality questions, right? This is all for the session 1, that is step 1 for our serious exam. Thank you, hope you have enjoyed this session.